We all want peace, but most of us are not living in noisy places. We're living with noisy minds. Thoughts we didn't ask for, memories that don't matter, future problems that don't exist. This is a story about that noise and how one simple conversation changed everything. Evan lived in Seattle. He worked in tech, drank good coffee, paid rent on time. On the outside, life was fine. But on the inside, chaos. Every morning, his mind started running before he even opened his eyes. Did I send that email right? What if I don't get promoted? Why is everyone else doing better? What if I fail? Thinking became breathing. He didn't remember the last time his mind felt quiet. He wasn't tired from work. He was tired from thinking about work. Not exhaustion, mental exhaustion. And the worst part, nothing bad was happening. It just felt like it was. That's what happens when your brain never shuts up. One Sunday morning, Evan walked to Pike Place Market, the most popular market in Seattle. Fish flying through the air, street musicians playing, tourists everywhere. But something unusual caught his eye. A small wooden table with glass jars, river stones, sand and water arranged neatly on top. A handwritten sign said, "Quiet your mind. Free demonstration." Evan laughed. This city doesn't do quiet. But curiosity made him sit. Behind the table was an older man. Grey beard, denim jacket, calm eyes. He said, "Sit down, kid. Let me show you something." The old man held up an empty mason jar. "This jar," he said, "is your mind." He dropped 3 large stones into the jar. "These are the big things: family, health, purpose." Then he poured sand into the jar. Sand slipped between the stones, filling the spaces. "These are small things: bills, messages, errands." Finally, he poured water in. The water flowed into every tiny gap. "This is noise," he said. "What if? Why me? Did I make a mistake? What will people think?" The jar was full, perfectly full. Evan nodded. "Cool demonstration." The old man smiled. "We're not done." He picked up another empty jar. Without saying a word, he filled it to the top with water. Now, the jar was full of only water. No space for stones, no space for sand. Nothing else could fit. The old man looked at Evan and spoke slowly. "When you fill your mind with noise first, nothing real fits." Evan stared at the jar. He felt it in his chest, in his mind. The old man continued, "Your life isn't stressful. Your mind is crowded." He placed both jars side by side. One filled stones, sand, water. One filled water, nothing else. Then he said something Evan never forgot. "Every day, choose your stones first. A walk before emails, gratitude before news, breath before notifications, life before screen. Phones are loud, people are louder, but thoughts are the loudest of all." He leaned in and whispered, "Silence isn't the absence of sound. It's the absence of noise." Evan left the market. Something was different. Not enlightenment, not a miracle, just awareness. The first morning, he left his phone in another room for 10 minutes. He sat by his window, Seattle rain tapping the glass. And for the first time in months, he felt his breath, noticed the air, heard his heartbeat. It wasn't perfect or permanent, but it was quiet. Day by day, he added stones first. Call mum, drink water, morning walk, real work. One thing at a time. Life didn't change, noise changed. You don't need a new city. You don't need a new job. You don't need a new life. You just need a new order. Stones first, sand later, water last. Empty your noise, not your life.